Hey everybody, it's Kylie and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a crochet pattern tutorial for y'all. I'm going to show y'all how to make these spiral pot holders. So this is a really fairly easy pattern. Don't let these spirals that come out look intimidating and look too hard because it's really not that hard. Basically, if you can double crochet, you can make these pot holders because they're easier than they may look. I have two here that I've made. I made one and made a hanging loop on one. So if you want to hang it, you can, or you can totally leave that off and just make a pot holder like so. Some people will call these hot pads or whatever. So if you use them to pick up hot dishes or lay hot dishes on the counter, they work perfect. But they're so cute, and you can see how I designed them with this spiral design. So it looks like it's coming out and kind of turning a little bit. I love how this looks when it's worked up, and then finish them off with a simple border, which is called a crab stitch border, or also known as the reverse single crochet. But these are super easy to do, and we'll jump right into this. But before we get started with the tutorial, if you've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, because you do not want to miss any crochet patterns or stitch tutorials that I will be making in the future or that I have done in the past. So might want to go check out my channel and see if there's something there that you'd like to make. And then we're just going to jump right onto this pattern tutorial, and I'm going to show y'all exactly what you'll need to make these pot holders. So to make these pot holders, you will need a worsted weight number 4 100% cotton yarn. Any brand will work, but I am using Lion brand 24/7 cotton. It's one of my favorite cotton yarns. The colors I have here are camel and denim, if you're curious as to that. Each skein of Lion brand 24/7 cotton has 186 yards. It takes less than one skein. You'll have some left over. So this project does not use a lot of yarn. So if you have some scrap cotton yarn, you probably might could even make a pot holder with that. So it's a good scrap yarn project. So besides for some cotton yarn, you will also need an H or 5mm crochet hook, along with a pair of scissors and a yarn needle or tapestry needle. I do want to mention that each pot holder, when followed by the pattern, will measure approximately 8 inches in diameter. So they honestly come out to be like the perfect size for a pot holder. And we will just jump right into this tutorial, and I'm going to show you how to make these spiral pot holders. Okay, so this pattern starts by making a magic circle or a magic ring. And to make a magic circle, if you don't know how, you will take your tail of yarn to your left and your working yarn to your right. You will then twist the yarn like so and make a loop. In this loop, you will put your hook under the loop and then grab that working yarn. And I like to chain one to secure it. And that is how you make a magic circle or magic ring. Going on for round 1 of this pattern, you will work 12 double crochet into this magic ring. So we're going to work 12 double crochet stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to tighten this ring up just a little bit so it's a little bit easier to work in. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. After you've made 12 double crochet, you can pull that tail of yarn to tighten and close the center like so. And then you're going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet of the round. So we'll find that first double crochet and slip stitch into it. And after round 1, you should have 12 stitches. Going on to round 2, we're going to chain 2, and this chain 2 will not count as a stitch. Okay, and then this very first stitch, we're going to work a double crochet like normal. And then we will work a front post double crochet around the same stitch. So if you've ever worked a front post double crochet, you know that you don't work it like a regular one into the top. Normally you work a stitch, regular double crochet into the top under this V looking spot here like so. But for a front post double crochet, we're actually going to work on the post of our stitch. So we just worked a double crochet like normal in our first stitch, and then on this same stitch we're going to work a front post double crochet. So we will yarn over go around the post. We're going to go behind that stitch, behind it, and come out next to it. Grab our yarn, pull up the loop, and then work it like normal, double crochet, yarning over, pulling through 2 loops, yarning over and pulling through 2. And this is what's going to begin to give us our spiral look to our pot holder. So we're going to go on the next stitch. We're going to double crochet like normal. And then we're going to front post double crochet around that same stitch. Like so. So we're basically in essence doing 2 double crochets in each stitch. So we're doubling our stitch count, but we're doing it a little bit different than normal because we're going to start making the spirals. So we're basically going to repeat this around. So the next stitch, we will double crochet like normal in the top of the next stitch. And then we're going to front post double crochet around the post of that same stitch. And you're going to keep repeating that around. So we're going to double crochet like normal, front post double crochet around the same stitch. And I'm just going to repeat this all the way around until I get back to the very beginning and show you how to finish the round. Okay, so when you reach back to the beginning of round 2, you want to make sure to slip stitch to the top of that very first double crochet. And at the end of round 2, you should have 24 stitches. And this is what it'll look like. So you can kind of see it's starting to look a little bit different. And we're going to go on to round 3. Going on to round 3, we will chain 2. And remember that our chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and it will not for any part of this pattern. So just keep that in mind. So going on, we're going to work 2 double crochet into this first stitch. And then we're going to front post double crochet around the next stitch. So you just want to make sure that when you front post double crocheting, you're front post double crocheting in the stitch that you previously front post double crocheted from the previous row. So if it was a front post double crochet from the previous row, that's the stitch you're going to be working a front post double crochet around, because that is what will give us the spirals. You keep front post double crochet in that same stitch and it keeps the spirals. If you're doing it next to it, then your spiral is not going to be straight, so to say. So you want to make sure that you're front post double crocheting around the right stitch. So that's why it's important when we start that we start in that very first beginning stitch, which is basically the same stitch that we just slip stitched into and that we made our chain 2s out of. So we have worked 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then we're going to front post double crochet on the next stitch. And we're going to repeat that around. So we're going to work 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Front post double crochet around the next stitch. And we're just going to continue and repeat that all the way down. 2 double crochet in the next stitch, front post double crochet around the next stitch. We'll repeat that all the way around, and when we get back here at the beginning, I will catch up with y'all and show you how to finish the round. Okay, so when you reach the beginning of your round, you can then slip stitch into that very first double crochet, that very first stitch. And at the end of round 3, you should have 36 stitches, and you can see how now the spirals are starting to look more like spirals and it's starting to take shape. Going on to round 4, we will chain 2. We're going to work 2 double crochets in this very first stitch. We're going to double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do a front post double crochet around the next stitch, which is your front post double crochet from the previous round. And we're basically going to repeat that around. We're going to work 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next, and then a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So one more time, that is 2 double crochets in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet in the next stitch. And you are going to simply repeat that all the way around until you reach the end here, back at the beginning, and you'll slip stitch in the first stitch to join round 4, and I'll meet up with y'all then. Okay, so I just finished round 4. I slip stitched back into the first stitch of the round to join the round, and at the end of round 4 you should have 48 stitches. Going on to round 5, we will chain 2. We will work 2 double crochet in the very first stitch, double crochet in 2 stitches, and then work a front post double crochet in the next. And you'll repeat that around. So you will work 2 double crochet stitches in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then work a front post double crochet around the next stitch. So we're just going to repeat that around. I'll do it one more time. Place 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then front post double crochet around the next stitch. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. When you get back to the end, you will slip stitch into the very first double crochet to join the round, and I'll join back up with y'all when I get there. Okay, so I just slip stitched in the first stitch to join round 5 and finish it, and at the end of round 5 you should have 60 stitches. Going on to round 6, you will chain 2. You're going to work 2 double crochets at this very first stitch, and then you're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll work a front post double crochet around the next stitch. And we're basically going to repeat that around. So you'll work 2 double crochet in the next stitch, then you're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 2, 3, and then work a front post double crochet. One more time, you're going to work 2 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then front post double crochet on the next stitch. And you're going to continue repeating that all the way around until you get back to the beginning here and slip stitch into the very first stitch of the round for round 6. I'll catch up with y'all when I finish round 6. Okay, so I just finished round 6. I slip stitched to join the rounds and finish that. And at the end of round 6, you should have 72 stitches. Going on to round 7, and this is the final round before the border. We will chain 2 stitches. We're going to work 2 double crochet in this very first stitch. And then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to work a front post double crochet around the next stitch. And we're basically going to repeat that around. So we'll work 2 double crochet stitches in the next stitch, and then work 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, three, 4, and then work a front post double crochet around the next stitch. Now I'll do that one more time. You'll work 2 double crochets in the next stitch, work 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4, and then a front post double crochet around the next stitch. And you're going to repeat that all the way around until you get back to the very beginning and slip stitch in that very first stitch. And I will meet up with y'all after I finish round 7. Okay, so I just finished round 7. I worked all the way around, slip stitch in that first stitch to complete the round, and at the end of round 7, you should have a total of 84 stitches. We now only have one more round left for this potholder pattern. We're going to do the border. So for round 8, we're going to work a crab stitch border, which is also known as the reverse single crochet stitch. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show y'all also y'all can make the loop. Y'all can choose to do it with a loop or without a loop. I've done it both ways, depending on your preference, if you want to hang them or if you just want a clean edge without a loop. So to start round 8 and do the border, we're simply going to chain 1. And like I mentioned, this is known as the reverse single crochet. So normally when you work your stitches, you work towards the left. Well, this way we're going to work towards the right. So we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch around, but we're going to go backwards in the opposite direction. So instead of going to the left, we're going to go to the right, which will kind of feel a little awkward at first until you get a little used to it. So we have chained 1. We're now going to work a single crochet in the first stitch, but going towards the right. So we're just going to insert our hook like normal, pull up the loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops, and you're going to continue on. So the next stitch, you're going to work a single crochet, and you're going to keep doing that all the way around. It might feel a little different because you feel like you are going backwards, and it'll feel a little bit different. You're just going to continue to work 1 single crochet in each stitch around, just going towards the right instead of the left, and it will create this kind of rolled texture on the edge. So I'm just going to continue doing that all the way around. When I get back here to the beginning, before I slip stitch and join this, you can have an option to add and make a loop for hanging the pot holder, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you, whatever your preference is. I'm going to work a reverse single crochet all the way around. When I get here almost to the end, I will join back up with y'all and show you how to make that hanging loop, or just how to join the edges and make a smooth, clean edge if you don't want to. Okay, so I've made it back here to the very beginning. You can either slip stitch right here, and I'll show you where. So you can slip stitch right here in the beginning of that very first stitch, like so, and cut your yarn and weave your ends in to finish the pot holder. Or if you want to make a hanging loop, I'll show you how to do that. So you'll just pull that slip stitch back out. And to make our hanging loop, we'll simply just chain 10 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we will jump down here and slip stitch. To complete that. Cut your yarn, weave your ends in, and that is how easy it is to crochet this spiral pot holder. I hope that y'all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to never miss another crochet pattern tutorial or stitch tutorial, and happy crocheting!